before anything else happens? There we go. Okay, so we were saying, just as a quick reminder, adverbs of frequency are something that I'm going to use to say how frequently I repeat an action. Is this action something that I repeat every day, most days, some days, or 0 days? So in other words, is it something that I do 100% of the time, always? Something I do about 90% of the time, usually? Something that I do about 75% of the time, which is often? Something that I sometimes do, sometimes I don't do it. I do it as much as I don't do it sometimes, or something that I do 0% of the time. So that would be never. We also said that whenever I use an adverb of frequency, I'm going to use them before the main verb. So it goes pronoun or subject plus frequency plus verb. And this is true for every single verb except one, the verb be. So in every single verb, is it run, is it to run, is it to walk, is it to eat, any verb, I'm always going to follow this formula. I always eat oatmeal for breakfast. Breakfast. I never drink soda in the morning. I sometimes exercise in the afternoon. They usually clean their house on Sunday, etc. I'm always going to follow this formula for every single verb that I want to use except one, the verb be. For the verb be, I have a special set of rules, so to speak. Instead of going subject, frequency, verb, I'm going to go subject, verb, frequency. Because this verb is not just any verb, it's the verb be. So instead of saying, I always eat oatmeal for breakfast, I am always early for class. Subject, be, frequency. He is never late for work. They are usually very nice, etc. So that's the only exception that we have. Para todos, absolutamente todos los verbos, va sujeto, frecuencia, verbo. I always eat. I never go. I sometimes run. Excepto para el verbo be. Am, is, are. I am always, he is never, they are usually, etc. So, just as a quick reminder, todo esto ya lo vimos ayer, nada más para que vuelva a nosotros. So how do you guys feel? Can we get started on practicing those adverbs of frequency? Yes? Okay. So here's what I'm going to ask you to do. I'm going to ask you to tell me about your routine. So you already told me about your routine. Ustedes ya me habían dicho cuál era su rutina, más o menos. At 8 o'clock, I take a shower. At 9, I eat breakfast. At 10, I go to work, etc. But now I'm going to ask you to tell me about your activities using these adverbs of frequency. So for instance, for me, I could say something like, I am always early for a meeting. I usually drink coffee in the morning. I often walk my dogs in the afternoon, etc. So you're going to give me one sentence per frequency adverb. One using always, one using usually, one using often, etc. So once you have your 5 sentences, let me know so we can share them with the rest of the class. Do we understand, you guys? Is everybody clear on the instructions?
Yes.
Yes? Fantastic. So in that case, take a few minutes, take 5 minutes, say 5 minutes. If it's not enough, we can take more time, no problem. But let's say 5 minutes to write our sentences and then share them with the rest of your classmates. So I'll be here. I'll be right here if you have any questions.
Finish.
Awesome. Thank you, Lupita. How's everybody else doing? Finished or not yet?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Thank you, Erika. Abraham, Maria Luisa, Bruno, how's everybody doing?
Yes.
Listo.
Awesome. Okay. So let me just, okay. So let me just go ahead and, shall we do volunteers or shall I just call everybody as my next victim? I don't know. I think I'm gonna call everybody. I'm gonna call in everybody. I feel evil today. Let's see. Lupita, yes.
Okay. I always take my breakfast.
Okay.
I usually exercise. I usually exercise. I often prepare my meals. I sometimes clean my bedroom. I never eat spicy food.
Fantastic. Well done. Sometimes you clean your bedroom. That's okay. I think that's better than never. So good for you.
Yes.
All righty. Wonderful. Thank you so much, Lupita. Corina, go ahead, please.
Okay. I usually wake up at 5 o'clock. I always drink coffee in the mornings. I never exercise early. I always take a bath at 6:40. I often clean my house before go to work. And yeah.
Okay, fantastic. You usually wake up at 5. That's so early. Poor you. That's so early. That's crazy. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. All right. Thank you so much, Corina. Wonderful job. Let's see if we can get Erika. Would you like to share?
Yes, I always run on Sunday. I usually drink coffee in the mornings. I often eat chocolate. I sometimes go to dance. I never go to bed early.
Okay, fantastic. You never go to bed early. What
Mm.
time do you usually go to bed?
Like 11 o'clock, 11, half past 11, but I always, I need to get up early because I do exercise and then go to work, well, start the work because I do home office, so
Oh, okay. You work from home.
yeah.
Well, at least you can sleep a little bit more instead of driving. So I
Yeah.
guess, it sort of balances out. Okay,
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you so much, Erika. Thank you for sharing. Yadira, how do you feel? Would you like to go?
Yes. In my family, we always have dinner together. I am usually listening music. My sister and I often play board games. I sometimes watch the news, and I never drink beer.
Fantastic. I love that you also included an am in there. So you can practice both forms of using those adverbs. And you said you and your sister like to play board games. Do you have a favorite?
Uno.
Oh, okay. Yes, a classic. A classic. Well done. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Yadira. Nancy, how do you feel? Would you like to go?
Okay. I never coffee in the morning.
Okay.
I usually get out 6 o'clock. I always take a shower in the morning. I often have lunch at 12:20. I always go to bed at 10 o'clock. Listo.
Okay, fantastic. I just want to correct you on the pronunciation of this number right here. You said 12, I think. You don't have to pronounce that last E. You can just say 12. That's it. 12. That's it. And then can you repeat that first sentence that you said? La primera oración que dijiste, ¿cómo era? I always?
No, I never coffee in the morning.
Oh, okay. I never coffee in the morning. What is the action here? ¿Cuál es la acción aquí? ¿Cuál es el verbo?
No hay.
No, there's no verb. So where's your verb, Nancy? What happened? What happened to your verb? So this would be I never drink, right? I never drink coffee in the morning. Okay, awesome. So your verb was missing for a little bit there, but we found it. It's okay. Thank you so much, Nancy. Thank you for sharing. Let's see. Marisol, how do you feel? Would you like to go? It's okay if you say no.
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Go ahead.
I always listening to music in the morning. I usually eat yogurt for the breakfast. I often go to my uncle on Saturday. I sometimes watch TV on Sunday. I never eat cheese.
Do you not like cheese or are you like lactose intolerant?
Allergy?
Oh,
Uh,
you're allergic. Oh, okay. Okay, okay. So you
Yes.
shouldn't eat cheese then. Just cheese or like milk and butter?
Milk, yogurt? Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, okay. So be careful there. Well, I feel like I don't have to tell you, but good to know. Good to know. Thank you so much, Marisol. Wonderful job. Let me ask Bruno, how do you feel?
Well, I always do my homework. I usually take a shower. I often go to my grandpa's house.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I play basketball in the yard,
Okay.
and I never how do you say? Play at church. No. How do you say is ajedrez?
Oh, chess.
Chess.
Like
Yes.
this. Chess. Okay, so you never play
Okay.
chess. You don't like
No.
chess or why not? Why don't you play chess?
I want to play chess, but I don't know.
Oh, you don't know how. Okay, me neither. Me neither. And my husband is very good and he has tried to teach me, but no dice. It hasn't worked. Alrighty, thank you so much, Bruno. Now we're gonna move on to Maria Luisa. Tell us some things that you do.
Usually I get up between 8 o'clock by 8:30 a.m. I sometimes do yoga after to get up. I often have breakfast. I always watch TV before go to bed. And I sometimes have dinner.
Okay, but you don't always have dinner?
No.
Do you not get very hungry at night?
No, porque a veces como muy tarde.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. I get it. That's okay. That's perfectly fine. So thank you so much, Maria Luisa. Thank you for sharing. Maria Luisa and Bruno did something that I found interesting that I will mention in a moment. But first, let's go ahead and listen to Abraham.
Sure. I always play soccer on Saturday. I usually drink coffee in the night. I often watch TV in the evening. I sometimes eat tacos on Saturday. And I never go to church.
Okay, fantastic. Well done. Excellent. The only thing that I would suggest is if you're talking about a routine, it's better to speak in plurals in terms of the dates. So for instance, instead of saying, I never go to church on Sunday, for instance, we would say, I never go to church on Sundays, because I'm talking about multiple Sundays. I'm talking about all the Sundays, right? So when you
Okay.
talk like that, it's better to use the plural rather than the singular. But otherwise, perfect job. So here's what I wanted to mention, you guys. Le escuché por ahí a Bruno y a María Luisa. No sé si alguien más ahorita me dicen, pero algo interesante que fue que en sus oraciones a veces me ponían su frecuencia al principio, antes incluso de el sujeto. Por ejemplo, usually I play soccer at night. Or sometimes I eat breakfast very early. ¿Qué pasa aquí, chicos? ¿Se vale que yo ponga el adverbio de frecuencia antes del sujeto? Sí se vale. Sí se vale, pero nada más con estos tres de en medio. Esos que les marqué. Usually, often, sometimes. Entonces, si yo quisiera hacer una oración, often I watch TV before dinner. Está bien. Sí es correcto, sí se puede usar. ¿Qué sí no puedo usar nunca, jamás, nunca? Always y never. Always I watch TV before dinner. Nope. Can't use it. Never I eat breakfast. Nope. Can't use it. Fatima, what's up?
Sí, está un poco lento mi internet porque no me encuentro en mi casa.
Ok.
Mis papás salieron y me dejaron con mi abuelita.
Ok, no te preocupes. Sí me imaginé que traías algún problemita ahorita que te desconectaste, pero no pasa nada. Aquí andamos. But it's good to know. Thank you for telling me. So we were saying, I can use usually, sometimes, or often at the beginning of the sentence if I want to. It's not mandatory, but it's okay if I do it. What I cannot do, never, is use always and never. Si yo quiero usar cualquiera de estos tres, puedo al principio de la oración, incluso antes que el sujeto. No importa, no pasa nada. Pero este de acá y este de acá, básicamente los dos extremos, eso sí, no los puedo usar nunca al principio de la oración. Nunca jamás. Entonces, o al menos no en este tipo de oración, pues. El resto del tiempo tengo que usarlo en este orden. Pero si yo quisiera alguna vez ponerlo al principio de la oración, estos tres, no pasa nada. ¿Sale? So just as a tip, just as a quick tip, in case you were wondering. Entonces, si lo llegan a ver así, no pasa nada. Pero nada más, esos tres. No los dos extremos, no los dos absolutos, por decirlo así. Alrighty, so those are my adverbs of frequency. How do you guys feel? Good? 100%? Fantastic. Excellent. So in that case, we're gonna do a little bit of listening. And then we'll get into some useful vocabulary that we can use. For instance, if you're going to the store or if you need to ask a few questions, we'll get into them and we'll practice them while we do our listening exercise. So we've done a lot of grammar, we've done a lot of reading and writing, but it is now time to listen. So we're gonna go to page 38, and we're gonna work on exercise number 1, which is right here. So I have a couple of, do you guys see the book? I think you see the book, right? Yes. So I have a few teenagers who are talking about their after school activities. Tengo a unos adolescentes que por ahí están hablando de qué es lo que hacen después de la escuela. So we're going to go ahead and listen to the conversation, and you guys are going to mark which activities they actually do. Ustedes, aquí tenemos un montón de actividades, ustedes me van a seleccionar las que sí hacen, según lo que escuchemos en la conversación. All right, everybody ready to listen?
Ready. Yes.
Fantastic, thank you. Let's go ahead and listen.
What do you do after school?
After school, I go home, do my homework, eat dinner, and read a book.
I dance. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I go to ballet class. On Wednesdays, I go to jazz. And on Thursdays and Fridays, I go to tap. Sometimes after school, I play video games with my friends. After school, I do my homework, of course. I also do a lot of activities like soccer and karate. And when I get home, I usually watch television and then do my homework. I practice violin after school every day.
After school, I usually do my homework. I love Wednesdays and Thursdays because I have basketball practice.
Okay, did you guys get them all, or do you want a do-over? Do you want to listen again?
Once again, please.
Once again, for sure. Here we go. They talk so fast, these teenagers, right?
What do you do after school?
After school, I go home, do my homework, eat dinner, and read a book.
I dance. On Mondays and Tuesdays, I go to ballet class. On Wednesdays, I go to jazz. And on Thursdays and Fridays, I go to tap. Sometimes after school, I play video games with my friends. After school, I do my homework, of course. I also do a lot of activities like soccer and karate. And when I get home, I usually watch television and then do my homework. I practice violin after school every day.
After school, I usually do my homework. I love Wednesdays and Thursdays because I have basketball practice.
All right, so I'm going to ask you for each of the activities. Do they do this? And then you guys will tell me yes, they do, or no, they don't, depending on what you heard. So the first one is dance. Do the teenagers dance?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. I think the first girl says that she goes to dance, and then another girl has ballet, jazz, and I don't know what else. So yes, they do dance. Oh, tap dancing. Do the teenagers do homework after school?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. So they're good. They're good students. That's good to hear. Do any of the teenagers practice karate?
No, they don't.
No, they do.
Yes.
Yes, they do. No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't.
No, they don't. Do they? I feel like they don't, but maybe I'm wrong.
Do soccer and karate.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'm gonna believe you, Erika, and then it's okay because we can check. I don't remember. You have a better memory than I do. Okay. Do they eat dinner after school?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. They have to. It's important for their nutrition. Do they go to the gym?
No, they don't.
No, they
No,
don't.
they don't.
No, they don't. I didn't hear anybody say they went to the gym. Does anybody play basketball?
Yes,
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. There's one dude that says he likes Wednesdays because he has basketball practice or something. Okay. Do they play soccer?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they
do.
do.
They do play soccer. Soccer and karate, apparently. Video games. Do they play video games?
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Do they practice violin?
No.
No,
Yes,
they
they do.
don't.
Yes, they do.
Okay, so I have a few yeses and a few nos. I think somebody does mention that they practice violin. So let's click it for now and then we'll check. We'll check at the end. Do they read after school?
Yes.
Yes, they
Yes,
do.
they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Do they ride a bike?
No, they don't.
No,
No,
they
they
No,
don't.
they
No,
don't.
they don't. I didn't hear anybody riding a bike. Do they watch television?
Yes,
they
don't.
do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do.
Yes, they do. Okay, let's go ahead and check. And apparently, yes, they do practice violin and they do practice karate. So very, very busy teenagers we have here. Okay, fantastic. So next, we're going to, before we do our next exercise, which is exercise 3, we're going to look at some useful vocabulary. And this vocabulary is referring to some phrases that you can use when you need to get some information. So let me go ahead and go back to our presentation here. And useful language. So the following phrases are phrases that we use a lot when we need to get some extra information at a store, a restaurant, I don't know, the movie theater, when you're making plans with friends, for instance. So the first one that we have is how much? How much? And this phrase, I'm going to use it for quantity, when I need to know the quantity or the amount of something. How much? ¿Cuánto? So for instance, if I want to ask, let's imagine that I am at a coffee shop. I'm buying some coffee. And then I want I want a latte. I want a latte. How much is the latte? ¿Cuánto cuesta el latte? Or if I already have the thing that I want in my hand, suponiendo que no estoy preguntando por el latte, sino yo ya tengo el latte en mi mano, ya me lo sirvieron, ya me lo voy a llevar. ¿Cuánto cuesta? Ya lo tengo. No estoy preguntando cuánto cuesta el latte, sino cuánto cuesta, porque ya lo tengo aquí, ya lo están viendo. So I can ask,
How much is it?
How much is it? Exactly. Aquí estoy reemplazando el latte con su pronombre. Y el latte es una cosa, es un it. How much is it? Listo. ¿Cuánto es? That's it. ¿Cuánto cuesta? ¿Cuánto es? So this is something that I can ask whenever I'm trying to buy something. Let's say that I went to a clothing store and I saw some pants that I liked a lot. How much are those pants? Let's imagine that I can see them in the wall. Hey, how much are those pants? Those, do you guys remember those? Because they're far away from me and I'm pointing at them. How much are those? That's it. So let's see if we can get a couple more examples. Imagine you guys are at a restaurant, you're at a store, you're at a coffee shop. What could you ask using how much? Fatima, what is a question you could make using how much? Fatima, are you there? Dumb internet. There she is. Okay.
A ver, déjeme pensar, teacher.
Sure, think about it.
Un momentito.
Yes, take your time.
Teacher, I have a question. When you're in a restaurant, when you want the la cuenta, you don't say how much, o si puedes decir how much, o es can I have the check o algo así.
Yes. So, no es lo mismo, estoy en un restaurante y ¿cuánto es? ¿Me trae la cuenta? So, for instance, if you're sitting down at a table and you're calling for the waiter, hey, can I get the check? That is what you would ask. Can I get the check? Or can I have the check? Either one is fine.
Teacher,
Okay.
Yes? Okay. Fatima?
puede ser, a ver, how much is this car?
How much is this car? That's perfect. How much is this car? You're at a car dealership. You want to buy, I don't know, a Rolls Royce. How much is this car? Good. Okay. Let's do one more. Lupita, what's another question you could ask using how much?
How much is that cell phone?
How much is that cell phone? Okay, that's perfect. Acuérdense que este how much no necesariamente estoy hablando de dinero, estoy hablando de cantidad. Entonces, yo se lo puedo aplicar, por ejemplo, a cualquier cosa que no sea contable. ¿A qué me refiero con contable? Por ejemplo, la leche no es contable. Yo no puedo decir tengo un leche, tengo dos leche. Decimos tengo 1 litro, tengo 2 litros, pero la leche como tal, tengo 200 mililitros, pero la leche como tal no es algo que yo pueda como condensar en una sola unidad. Entonces, para cosas incontables, yo puedo usar el how much. Dinero, leche, tiempo. El tiempo. ¿Cómo cuento el tiempo? Pues en segundos, en minutos, pero como tal, no es algo que, sí, tengo un tiempo, tengo 2 tiempos, tengo 3 tiempos, ¿cierto? Entonces, siempre que yo esté hablando de cantidad de cosas que no puedo como tal contar en unidades, o sea, como en enteros, por así decirlo, puedo usar el how much. ¿Cuánto? For instance, let's say that I'm in my house and I am running out of milk. How much milk do we have? Yo me doy cuenta de que no tengo leche en la casa. Oye, esposo, ¿cuánta leche tenemos? How much milk do we have? O ¿cuánta leche nos queda? How much milk do we have left? Tiempo. How much time do we have? Chicos, ya se va a acabar la clase. How much time do we have? ¿Cuánto tiempo nos queda? ¿Cuánto tiempo tenemos? So, how much no necesariamente es para dinero. Yo lo puedo usar para cantidades de cosas incontables. Cosas que, pues sí, que no se pueden contabilizar como en enteros, por así decirlo. So, that's how much. Now, our next one is do you have? So, do you have? We've already used it. Esta ya la vimos, ya vimos el have. Pero ¿cuándo la puedo usar? I can use it when I'm asking a person about something specific. Do you have a car? Do you have a sister? Do you have a brother? But I can also use it in a store. For instance, let's say that I'm this lady. I wish. I'm this lady and I liked this shirt. So, but maybe it's a little small. It's a little small for me, so I can ask the store associate, hey, do you have this in a size 10? Do you have this in a size 10? Or maybe I'm looking for a dress. Hey, do you have dresses? Or maybe I'm in a restaurant. Do you have vegan options? So really, I can use do you have for any piece of information that I would like, but it is something that I can apply to a lot of stores, restaurants, any place where I'm looking for something to buy. So, you know, do you have? We already saw it, we already practiced it, but just for good measure, Yadira, can you give us a question with do you have?
Do you have money?
Okay, do you have money? Ya llegó la cuenta y se me olvidó la bolsa. Hey, do you have money? Because I forgot my purse, right? Good. Okay, Fatima, another one using do you have?
Do you have a question?
Do you have a question? I always ask you guys, do you have any questions? Good. Abraham, do you have?
Do you have a credit card?
Do you have a credit card? Perfect. Do you have a credit card? ¿Tienen terminal? Do you have are you able to charge with a credit card? Do you have a credit card machine? For instance, a credit card reader? Good. Okay. Next, do you have? What time? What time? Esta está chistosa porque nosotros no preguntamos qué tiempo, preguntamos a qué tiempo. ¿A qué tiempo? ¿A qué hora? En inglés no es necesario ese a. Yo puedo preguntar simplemente what time, nada más. Y lo puedo preguntar tanto para el presente como para eventos futuros o incluso eventos pasados. For instance, what time is your English class? What time do you wake up in the morning? What time is the movie? What time? Estoy preguntando a qué hora. ¿A qué hora es esto? ¿A qué hora te levantas? ¿A qué hora nos vemos? ¿A qué hora? Pero repito, ese a no es necesario en el inglés. No, no existe, no tenemos un equivalente. Simplemente pregunto, what time? That's it. So let's see. Marisol, can you give us an example using what time?
What time go to the bus?
What time do you go to?
Bus?
Okay, what
Autobús?
time? What time do you go to the bus? What time do you take the bus?
Yes.
What time do you take the bus? Perfect. Corina, what time?
Yes. What time did you go to the gym?
Okay, what time did you go to the gym? Perfect. Or what time do you go to the gym? Either way, whether you're asking in the past or in the future. Maria Luisa, what time?
What time do you back home?
What time do you go home? That's perfect. What time are you going to the doctor, etc.? What time do you go to bed? Any question related to time, what time? What time do you close? If you're in a restaurant, ¿a qué hora cierran? What time do you close? O ¿a qué hora abren? What time do you open? So for any of those cases. And then the last one, which is very similar, except we're being specific about days instead of time. What days do you go to school, for instance? Aquí sí no hay un a, aquí sí lo podemos traducir un poquito más literal. ¿Qué días vas a la escuela? What days do you go to school? What days do you see your mom? What days do you go to the gym? Oh, I go to the gym from Monday to Friday. What days do you see your mom? I usually see my mom on the weekend. What days do you go to school? I go to school from Monday to Friday, etc. So let's see. Nancy, what days?
What days do you eat bread?
What days do you eat bread? A lo mejor estás en una dieta bien estricta y nada más comes los sábados. I don't know. Okay, perfect. Erika, what days?
What days do you have meetings?
Okay, what days do you have meetings? I have meetings. I always have meetings on Mondays. That's perfect. Bruno, what days?
Well, what day? Mondays and Wednesdays.
I mean, ask me a question using what days. Tú hazme la pregunta. Tú dime una pregunta que lleve what days.
What days do you go to work?
What days do you go to work? That's perfect. Fantastic. So those are my 4 phrases that I'm going to use for our next exercise. So this next exercise is again on page 38, and it's going to be exercise 3. And again, we're going to listen to a conversation, and you guys are going to tell me how to complete it using those phrases that we just saw. So we listen, and then using these 4 phrases, we complete the conversation. Here we go.
Hello, Pompano Beach Gym. This is Gemma. How can I help you?
Hi, Gemma. I'd like some information, please. Do you have karate classes at the gym?
Yes, we do.
Great. What days are the classes?
They're on Wednesdays.
Okay. What time are the classes?
They're from 5:30 to 6:45.
That's good. And how much are they?
The price is $5 a class.
Perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Okay, how do you guys feel? Are we ready or should we listen one more time? No, we're good to go.
¿Podría ser, ¿podría ser una vez más solo para escuchar la pronunciación?
Absolutely, for sure. Let's do it once again.
Hello, Pompano Beach Gym. This is Gemma. How can I help you?
Hi, Gemma. I'd like some information, please. Do you have karate classes at the gym?
Yes, we do.
Great. What days are the classes?
They're on Wednesdays.
Okay. What time are the classes?
They're from 5:30 to 6:45.
That's good. And how much are they?
The price is $5 a class.
Perfect. Thanks.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Alrighty. So I'm going to, as always, I'm going to ask the help of a couple volunteers. I need one Gemma and I need one Bob. Would you please raise your hand if you'd like to read? We have Lupita, thank you. Anybody else? I think Corina and then Yadira as well. We'll have a two first, so no worries. So we're gonna start with Maria Luisa and Corina. Maria Luisa, you are Gemma, and then Corina is going to be our Bob for this time. Go ahead.
Okay.
Hello, Pompano Beach Gym. This is Gemma. How can I help you?
Hi, Gemma. I'd like some information, please. Do you have karate classes on the gym?
Yes, we do.
Great. What days are the classes?
They're on Wednesdays.
Okay, what time are the classes?
They're from 5:30 to 6:45 p.m.
That's good. And how much are they?
The price is $5 a class.
Perfect, thanks.
You're welcome. Have a nice day.
Thanks, you too. Bye.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, girls. So here's what I'd like you to do for the rest of class. I'm going to open some breakout rooms. Where are the breakout rooms? Here they are. I'm going to open, how many of us are there? There's 10. So I'm going to open 5 breakout rooms. En cada breakout room van a tener a un compañero, o sea, va a haber 2 personas por sala. Quiero que se inventen una conversación parecida a esta, pero cámbienmela. Esta es de clases de karate. Quiero que me la hagan en un restaurante. How much for the chicken? What days are you open? What time do you close? Háganmela de una cafetería, háganmela de una tienda, de lo que ustedes quieran, pero traten de incorporar estas 4 frases. ¿Sale? Si quieren, chicos, puede ser que no alcancemos a hacer el roleplay, pero por lo pronto déjenme su guión, por así decirlo, y en caso de que no tengamos tiempo, continuamos el lunes. Entonces, por eso no se apuren, pero por lo pronto nada más irlo escribiendo. No tiene que ser larguísimo, fíjense que esto está bien cortita, y lo vamos a hacer en parejas. Yadira, yes?
I have a question.
Tell me.
No entendí la contracción de I'd like.
Oh, I'd like some information.
Well,
this one here.
¿Qué es I'd?
I'd is a contraction for I would. Y would se refiere al ría. Por ejemplo, I'd like, me gustaría. I would like. Entonces, haz de cuenta que es el haría, diría, I would like, I would eat that. Yo me comería eso. I would like some information. Me gustaría más información. I would go if you invited me. Yo iría si me invitaras. Eso es el would.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Y el I'd es la contracción del would. Alrighty, so
Estoy tomando mi clase y ahorita ya hago.
I'm gonna go ahead and open up those 5 breakout rooms. So work for the rest of class, let's say 8 minutes or so, 7 minutes. And then I'll bring you back to the main session just to see your progress and say goodbye. Les voy a dar, chicos, hasta que terminemos clase y luego los regreso aquí a la sala principal. Si no terminamos, no pasa nada, continuamos el lunes, pero para irle avanzando. So, here we go. Por ahí les va a salir una invitación, nada más le ponen join o unirse. Corina, what's up?
Miss, no entendí cómo voy a seleccionar o cómo es esto.
Ok. Vas tú junto con Fátima, que es la que veo que está contigo en la sala, van a inventarse una conversación.
No, eso sí ya lo entendí, pero
ok.
¿cómo veo a Fátima?
Fátima está aquí, ¿no está hablando?
No.
Hola.
Aquí está.
Hola, Fátima. Sí. Gracias, Miss.
Por nada.
Gracias.